This is Officer Forker. This is also my intro. He was professional, direct, matter of fact. I have a couple questions. If you take an oath, why be scared to reaffirm or confess that you have such an oath? Shouldn't you be proud of that oath? Shouldn't you be able to freely state, yes, I took such an oath, and yes, I would defend such an oath? If you can or won't, then how much does that oath really mean to you? How reasonable is it that you even value that oath? And how logical is it that you don't value it and would probably violate it? Maybe his faces were a little comical, but to me, it seemed like a forthright and honest answer. You can decide for yourself. That's what I believe. Here's Officer Forker.
Officer, can I get your name and badge number?
I'm sorry, sir?
Can I get your name and badge number?
Yes, sir. I'm Officer Forker. My
Forker.
badge number is 44.
I have a question for
Yes,
you.
sir.
If there were a law passed that were contrary to the Second Amendment of the Constitution, would you like to step
under an awning, I'm going
Um,
to get all speckled on
I'm
you.
fine. I'd rather not get my gun wet.
I understand.
So here's the deal.
Yes, sir.
If there were a law passed, say a federal law, for instance, that ordered you to confiscate firearms from law-abiding citizens, and that law would obviously be contrary to the Second Amendment, would you comply with that order to confiscate law-abiding citizens' firearms?
My duty is to uphold the Constitution.
Quote, my duty is to uphold the Constitution, end quote. See how easy that is, sheriff's deputies? See how simple it is to not hide behind cowardice, dishonor, and dishonesty? I salute Officer Forker. Once more, Officer Forker, if you please.
My duty is to uphold the Constitution.
That is your duty?
That is my duty.
And that is exactly what I agree with your duty being,
My duty
sir.
is to uphold the Constitution.
Anything else you want to say? I'd be glad to have it on there.
That is all I'd like to say at this point in time. I know this is a very tough situation right now.
Yes, sir.
A lot of us officers are kind of stuck in the middle. We're very pro Second Amendment, but we're also pro doing our job. So,
And I understand
you
that.
know, we're stuck in the middle.
But I think the people-
I'm curious to see where things go from here.
So am I. But I think the people and the Constitution trump your job, because your job is to the people. In my opinion, you're supposed to be a public servant.
I understand.
So in my opinion, confiscating firearms from law-abiding citizens would be an egregious act against your own oath and against the Constitution.
We'll step up here to get
I'm sorry,
dry.
man.
I ain't up for that anyway.
That's funny. I'm leaving that in. But I appreciate your honesty and I
Not a problem,
appreciate
sir.
your answer. And
No problem.
you have a nice day, sir.
You do the same.
Recently, the Sheriff's Department decided that one of their policies prevented deputies from even answering if they would go door-to-door to confiscate firearms unconstitutionally. I predicted that they would take it further and then none of them would want to answer any questions, even about their oath. Cowards are often predictable. That's my opinion. So I found Deputy Cobb and I asked him again, except this time I asked a question that would not violate his policy. I simply asked him if he believed as a law enforcement officer that he had an oath to uphold and defend the Constitution. And as you'll see in a later video, he declined to answer that as well. That says a lot too. As always, you make up your own mind. Enjoy your day.
My duty is to uphold the Constitution.